It's Wombat the Legend Hunter here with Fight Legends Media, joined once again by sidekick Shawnee Porter. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great, Wombat. How are you?
Fantastic, my man. And as always, we've got our weekly game dev update with the head of game dev over there, Dizzy. How are you, brother?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
That's the way, my man. Well, let's get straight into it. What have we been up to this week, mate?
All right. This week we've got a whole bunch of things that we need to be sharing with you guys.
And for all of our bloody faces holders, I mean, there are going to be some early access things, aren't there? And I believe that you've actually got some things to roll out, mate.
Yep, we've got a sneak peek for our bloody face holders. If you want to see the full release, you'll have to go onto Discord and get a bloody face to be able to see the entire stage. But on our socials, we're going to be sneak peeking some of the scenes. It's basically a VIP special secret society lounge just for our special members. So,
can we talk about any of the utility that?
So, basically, inside this stage, there'll be special vendors, and there'll be also a couple of different unique interactables. Like we're going to have like arcade machines that you can play games on, things like that.
Nice.
But mostly, it'll be for actually a stage that you can choose to fight in, but only if you've got a bloody face. And special cosmetic items that you can buy through these vendors that'll be like a black market sort of shady deal.
Nice.
And if you actually have a look through our history of our videos, maybe I'll point over here and our editor will put in a little drop. If you want to see all of our news about bloody faces and that, go and check that link over there and you can find out everything about it.
Moving on to other things, we've got our network is well underway, being produced by our network engineer, Waleed. He's setting up all of the databasing. He's setting up the login server and authentication at the moment. And then he'll be moving on to the game match server. So we're looking forward to actually replacing all of our network that we've currently got in the game. It's just sort of like a placeholder at the moment. And we'll be fully upgrading to our proper system.
And so what does that entail exactly? So you've just put up like maybe a mini one right now just to service the amount of people, is it? Is that what it's going on?
Yeah, it's like a temporary one for almost like development testing. All of the game code is actually in the game itself, but what we're contacting and how it's processing it right now is actually a peer-to-peer system. So one player is actually the server and the other one's a client, and they both connect that way. The new system that we're testing out and developing will be a master server that holds the match, and actually all the calculation gets done on that server. So the two clients are basically just sending the input and receiving the input, and the server's the authoritative. It gets the last call, and there's no cheating then that way. So we've got our newest character, Nyx. She will be ready for play soon. We're just finishing up her low poly model. We've got our animators setting up the rig for her at the moment, which is like the technical animation side of it. Allows the animators to actually move and manipulate the joints with ease within the editors. And then we'll start actually getting her an engine and getting some animations onto her. So that's the next cool installment for the game models themselves.
Yeah, those are
Fantastic.
looking good.
So with the gameplay demo that we have at the moment, we can only play Ross. So
Correct.
what you're saying is pretty soon we may be able to play Nyx as well.
Yeah, so the next character actually that will probably be playable will be Bob Sapp. We're going to be actually turning one of the other characters that we had and morphing it into Bob Sapp. And he's already probably rigged, so his animations will be able to be easily made quicker than Nyx, and then Nyx will probably come third. But we're trying to kind of do them sequentially a little bit at the same time so we can try and get them both in the game and playable as fast as possible.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
How are you going? You know what I think is going to be big, man, honestly, and I don't know, maybe we should film this part too. But what I think might be big is when I can add you as a friend on that gameplay demo. So then I know that I'm playing you, and I know that I'm playing Sean.
That is a good point. Yep, we're going to be adding that in with the network. That's part of the networking side, obviously, because the network has to be the thing doing that. So that'll be part of the networking as well. Yeah.
I honestly believe that if that's implemented, numbers go crazy. That's the fastest way to build the numbers, is just because then I know I'm kicking your ass. And it doesn't matter about points and ranks and all that sort of stuff. But as you're integrating parts of the game to think about building first, I would suggest that would
Definitely
be like one of the first ones for community building.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. That's so we're, at the moment, the way that it's set up, we're going to be doing that, but it'll require some of the back end to be more like developed a bit more before we can start adding those features in. So it will be soon, but it's on the list.
Is that, and how are you actually going to do that? Is that going to be like via Facebook sign in? Is it going to be done with a wallet sign in? Like how?
So right now, the bloody faces are the only ones who can create accounts. So they'll only be able to go onto the website, create an account if they've connected their wallet. Near the end of the year, once we go full access, we'll open that up so it's anybody can make an account. But for now, it's just those guys, which means that if they log in through the website, make an account, then log in through the launcher will access that system, our database, and will have basically a list of friends for everybody, and then you'll be able to see who comes online. But that kind of thing is what we're setting up currently with the back end.
And technically speaking, how does that actually work? Like, how do you make the system recognize the NFT for the access?
Well, that comes from our smart contract being able to basically, there's an open system where you can read an address, a wallet address. So if you have MetaMask on your browser, then we've created a script that accesses that, checks that public address, make sure it's got one of our NFTs in it, and then only then will allow you to make the account.
Fantastic. I hope you were recording all that. That was all good shit while you were going to show.
Absolutely was.
So we can also do the concept, I guess. So I can start with a new concept is being developed for our 5th character by one of our concept artists. He's trialing out character design. He's a good artist, but character design isn't exactly his forte. So he's going to start up, and we've got a couple of things that we can show people on the video for that. The newest character is kind of more of like a hybrid between a person and an animal, and we're still trying to figure out what kind of animal, what kind of background the character is going to have. So we're really in the early development stages of this design.
Have we actually thought about having a wombat as that animal?
I mean, I'm all up for Australian animals being used. Maybe a drop bear, maybe since that's the koala, the vicious koala. But yeah, so we've got a new facelift for the website, made by a talented website front-end developer, Val. Basically, we wanted to bring the website into a more professional, more like esports sort of inspired look. And I think he did a really good job with it. It looks nice and colorful, but it's also got some like cool, not interactive, but some cool like design layout. Yeah. So I think it's going to be really cool going forward, and as a nice way to present the brand.
Yeah, it actually kind of gives me a little bit of a vibe of the Overwatch title screen. When you're loading Overwatch, it's kind of it's very resonant to that. So yeah. I think he's hit it on the head when it comes to the esports thing.
Yeah, and our artist did an amazing job with the splash art, with the just the quality and animation. I didn't expect it to be that good when I was setting it up, and then it just came out so much better than I expected.
Yeah, there you go, guys. So make sure you check it out. It's fightlegends.io. So make sure you head there and check out the new website.
Yep. So there's a new throw in the game. Ross, we've just redone some of the animations and we've cleaned it up. There's still a little bit of inconsistency with it, so we're going to be playing around with it. But it is a switch throw. So when you grab the opponent, throw them over it, and it'll actually keep you. You'll end up being reversed. So
which is fantastic for me because I'm terrible on one side. I won't tell you which one. You'll have to play me to work out which one. But I am terrible on one side, to know that hey, Will, I've got a switch throw now. Come at me. Fantastic.